Alright, so this is going to be a quick tech tutorial. I'm going to be ripping this from the weapon tech portion of my document. So if you were not satisfied with a text format, this is now your chance to see it in video format. So for the Siler lock-on burst, you can fire a certain weapon beforehand. Oh fuck, didn't mean to fire that. You can fire a certain weapon beforehand, and uh, a certain weapon, fire a rocket, then lock on. So like this. You see it fired two volleys there, but if you switch to another weapon before it has the chance to fire that second volley, it just doesn't fire. And if you hold down lock on, it doesn't fire that second volley either. But as you can see, it's still up for grabs, so all you have to do is press left click again, and it fires the second volley. So do not press right click or hold right click during the process of a slob. You only do it to activate it, and then you fire the 2 rounds consecutively by just pressing nothing really after you fire the first round. Um, I should have gone into this note with Gnawboard, but as you can see, I'm holding nothing for the second round. Now, there's multiple things that can trigger this, and I'll go in depth. These are the same things that can execute a fast weapon state, but we'll get to that later. So as you can see, I use Precision Bolt, I can use Micro Missiles. Fuck. I can use Micro Missiles. I can use a fucking Precision Bolt base fire. I can use Plasma Rifle base fire. I can use any tier of Heat Blast, so... Oh, fuck. Let me retry that. I'm really inconsistent with this. Okay. Give me a shot here. Alright, there we go. You can do it with a Microwave Beam. And Sticky Bombs, if they're in a quick swap state. You can do this from the Super Shotgun's reload animation. It's a bit inconsistent. Yeah, give me a few tries. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Okay, hold on. So like, there we go. You can do it by putting Super Shotgun in a quick swap state by punch swapping, which is basically the Super Shotgun's own fast weapon state. You can do it by using the chain gun, or by having the chain gun shield up. It doesn't matter, the fire rate's the same. Well, what if you're not interested in Slob, but you're interested in just the property of the dual log? You don't care for it being fast. Well, guess what? Newsflash, that can be done with fucking anything if your timing's good enough. You can just fire a normal fucking shotgun shot, and it'll just act like a delayed slob. You can fire a ballista shot. Boom, delayed slob. It works with anything. Now, I wouldn't call it a slob, it's just this double lock-on property on the same enemy works the same way. Now, we just gone over slob, silent lock-on burst. Now let's move on to punch swapping. So, by firing, meleeing, and while you're meleeing, repress the keybind to your weapon, so like this, and then you can fire it again. So, this is very simple with weapons like the Super Shotgun. Very simple understanding here. You can do it like that for the rocket, but for the rocket and sticky bombs, you're going to want a precursor weapon. The same precursor weapons mentioned in the slob. So precision bolt, micro missiles, precision bolt base fire, plasma rifle base fire, microwave beam, heat blast. You can use the super shotgun reload animation. So like this. Okay, hold on. Oh fuck. Okay, you get the point. Anything that can be used as a precursor for slob can be used as a precursor for punch swapping, but it's most preferable that you use the precision bolt because that is the quickest way to activate a fast swap effect. Now, so you can just so it's the same. You you use the precision bolt, easiest way to activate fast swap effect. You switch to your rocket. So act like you're about to PB rocket, right? But before you switch back to PB, you quickly melee and repress your rocket key, and then you chain that. But what about sticky bombs? Well, sticky bombs are a bit differently. They work in the fashion that they can be reloaded upon just... See, they have this weird property. They don't need to be directly swapped out of. Now, yes, swapping out of them doesn't make them faster, but it's not a necessity that they be swapped out of. Just anything that cancels its animation can do that. So punch swapping with sticky bombs is about 25% faster than just firing them normally. May not sound like a lot, but seeing it in action sure is different. And rockets, I think it's some absurd number like 150% faster than normal firing, 200, 250. I'm really vague in the ballpark right now, but yeah, that's how you punch swap. And bats. So bring up animation transition switching, that's what it is. It's basically just mod canceling into different weapons. So what I just did there, I mod canceled to the ballista, then mod canceled back to the rocket with the transfer speed I got from the heavy cannon. So the transfer speed can be infinitely chained. So this can also be used to make punch swapping a bit faster with the ballista, which normally looked like this. It can also make ease of access for punch swapping rockets. Now, this is not as fast as doing a precision bolt to precursor it, but it's also faster than this. Not by much, though. So, you don't need mod canceling to activate bats. You can literally just use any sync animation. Look, so let me use an imp here. So, while I'm glory killing him, I'm going to be spamming the button for ballista. And as you can see, it has the same properties as bats, because it is bats. It just didn't use mod canceling. Now, anything can work. Fucking chainsawing, crucibling, inserting a sentinel battery, anything. It's not known if this works in all patches, but mod canceling bats in all patches certainly does work. Now, the next tech we'll be covering is Yeet Blast. Now, what is Yeet Blast? Well, so you need to be firing a straight continuous line of plasma. And while you're doing that, you swap down to another weapon and you fire your plasma rifle, your Heat Blast. This makes it do double damage, but without the Hot Swapper perk, it can do 3 times damage, and 4 times damage if you're more precise. There's not much to this tech that I can explain, but yeah. And you do need to fire at least 8 rounds to make it work. So yeah. Double shot. So by having certain trigger mods, I'll go over what the trigger mods are. So for Destroyer Blade, the trigger mods you're gonna have active that you're gonna switch to, you want either sticky bombs, micro missiles, microwave beam, lock on, mobile turret. And it's the opposite mods for Arbalest, which would be full auto, precision bolt, heat blast, remote detonate, and energy shield. And you swap to those. You start on those and you swap to the opposite ones. So, easiest example, I have my Destroyer Blade, I have my micro missiles. I charge up my Destroyer Blade. I pull up the weapon wheel. I go to my heavy cannon. I swap from micro missiles to precision bolt. Boom, double shot has been executed. Now, with the Destroyer Blade, it has a long wind down time, so you can be really slow with it. You don't have to be precise. But with the Arbalest, you do have to be precise. because of instant salvo. So if you try, fuck, if you try and like it just fails because instant salvo makes it recharge before it hits. So if it hits an enemy, it it just doesn't work because instant salvo activates. Ignore what I'm doing. That's just habitual. I'm just fucking quick swapping just to pass time while I explain. So yeah, there's also an add-on to double shot that can also be explained. Reverse trigger mod double shot, which is using the opposite mods on double shot. There's this thing called fast destroyer blade. I'm gonna go into that. So you're gonna start with Arbalest. Virtually any. Okay, so you want to start on Arbalest, right? So the easiest way to do this is it's a longer result of something called combo swap chain. So the easiest way to do this, if you're not too familiar with combo swap chain, is just Arbalest, bats into precision bolt, hold down your right click, and then go back into Arbalest. Oh fuck, I failed. Okay, hold on. Was I? Okay, there we go. Now you have this odd particle effect left over, knowing that your Arbalest has hit the demon. Now you swap to Destroyer Blade. Fast Destroyer Blade. It's kind of obscure on why it does this, but basically it transfers the Arbalest charge speed to the Destroyer Blade charge speed. Yeah. And this can be done in a variety of ways. But as long as you use like some form of combo swap chain, fuck. Yeah. So you can pretty much do anything in between as long as you start with Arbalest and end on Heavy Cannon. Then Heavy Cannon that thing back into Arbalest. So let's see what you can do. Amazing, isn't it? So, Energy Shield Vacation. That's not possible in current patch, so I'm not going to include this in the video because that'd be silly, okay? I'm not going to go to a different patch and edit it into this video just to make it part of the tutorial. You can look in the tutorial document for it. I'll link it in the description of this video in the weapon tech portion of the document. There will be a video showing Energy Shield Vacation and how to do it. Okay, but I can't do it. Now, Energy Shield Bulldozer. Now let's give this tyrant regular health. I made him a bit immortal to show off all this stuff without killing him, but you're gonna want to. There's multiple ways to do this, but I prefer Chrono Strike. You can either pull up the weapon wheel, and then mid dash, you go to another weapon. But basically, as long as you start the dash with something that's okay. Well, I was a bit too successful there. I wanted to fail on purpose doing that explanation. So as long as you start with anything that's not having the shield up, you can essentially just like have anything. So for most players, it's easier to dash midair with a different weapon and then swap to their chain gun midair and then pull the shield up. But you don't even need time slow effect to make it do damage. That just because it's a frame rate dependent damage. So as long as you have like high frame rate, you can decimate the tyrant. Now I'm trying to show off a just regular fucking bulldozer with the chain gun alone, because it can be done. Okay, it's hard, so I'm gonna just show you this. See, it does a lot of damage. Yeah, it does damage. This is because it's read as you dashing and jumping at the same time, and it turns those 0 damage intervals into full 200 dash in chain gun shield dash intervals. So you'll see that's basically what the damage is supposed to be. But when you jump into an enemy, it does 0 damage. When you dash into an enemy, it does 200 damage. Those mix. So this is effectively dash canceling. And it reads as you doing both at the same time. So it effectively chains it a bunch of times and kills any enemy. I could possess this tyrant right now, but I'm not in a DLC arena, but it does work. Now let's do pause boosting. So you can either start with the Destroyer Blade or Arbalest, but I like to start with Arbalest because it gives you a little kick in the beginning. But you fire any Ballista mod, you switch to the other one in the menu, you pause and unpause really quick. And did you see that? It fired a Ballista shot in between the pause. You can slow down this video to see it, but basically, just fuck. So you need to be really quick about pausing and unpausing. But you keep doing it, and it keeps firing ballista shots. And this knockback is good for more than just damage. It launches you. Look at that distance. And you can do this with like any amount of just like charges. Like you don't need max ammo to do that. But it can be done with the Destroyer Blade too. It just doesn't give you that initial kick. And it takes up 50 ammo, implying you're using the full Destroyer Blade. And it doesn't give you that initial kick. See how I didn't gain as much height because I lacked that Arbalest initial kick? Yeah. That's pause boosting in a nutshell. There's not much to it. Holy Ghost Beam. So you're going to want to have your plasma rifle equipped, and you're going to want to have Heat Blast. You go to the menu, you go to Arsenal, you switch to Microwave Beam. Now you see it's this odd hue of dark blue, when usually the Microwave Beam is like a baby blue. So let's do that again. Arsenal, have Heat Blast equipped, go to Microwave Beam. Now it has this odd property. The beam is invisible. Now this isn't just a visual glitch. You see that I'm moving at full speed, but also, unlike Microwave Beam, this chain can be broken just without you even knowing it because it's invisible. So let's do that again. See, there's not a solid trigger telling you whether you're on it or not, so you're gonna want to hold it in the vicinity of your enemy. Now, Microwave Beam is still a bad mod. It's not that useful. But for all you Under the Mayo fans, derogatory, that exists. Now, Combo Swap Chain. Basically the same thing that allows, Fast Destroyer Blade to happen. So basically, So basically the same thing that allows Fast Destroyer Blade to happen is what Combo Swap Chain is. So this explains other things. You see how there was a bit of a delay in that precision bolt, and you see how there was no hands when I was punch swapping that combat shotgun? Yeah, that's because the Ballista model, which has no hands, transferred over its speed, transferred over its combo state to the sticky bombs, which does have hands normally. So another thing is BFG will deal 0 direct damage. Will deal will deal BFG will deal 0 direct damage if you bats into it. That's a result of combo swap chain. Let me scroll through all this. I don't know how they got like that. So I can literally turn, this is a regular imp, right? Bats into BFG. He's fine. This is a result of combo swap. Okay, but the first time it worked. Look. This is a result of combo swap chain. Okay, look, that's not supposed to be happening. I'm assuming that's because of his small hitbox. It just goes right through him. Now let's make a direct hit. Okay, but where did the tyrant go? Okay. So let's have a bigger hitbox. Let's have a bigger hitbox. So what the? Look, usually this is supposed to work. So you have to fire it immediate. Oh my god. Yeah. You see that? A tyrant isn't supposed to be able to tank that many BFG shots. It tanked 6. You know how many BFGs it takes to normally kill a tyrant? 1. Fucking 1. Okay. Another thing that's a result of this combo swap chain. You see, so let's do a little bats. Chain gun blanks. Plasma rifle blanks. Oh, that wasn't meant to happen. Fuck. Wait. Let's turn it back to making the tyrant nearly invincible. So we do this, and fuck. And even the Unmaker blanks. The Unmaker blanks as a result of combo swap chain. The super punch. I don't know much about the super punch. I'm not gonna attempt it either. That's a Sylar thing. Just watch the YouTube example. I know how it works, but I'm not gonna attempt it right now. Dead swapping. Again, the super punch. There's an example video of it in the document in the description. There's a paragraph detailing it in the document in the description. Now, dead swapping. That's one of the easiest concepts in this to understand. You fire, you switch to another weapon. You don't fire that weapon you're switching to, then you swap back. So like this. So dead swapping, that's kind of funny. Yeah, quick switching. Now this ties in the fast swap effect, but quick switching doesn't have to be applicable to that. You can just fire weapons really fast. Like, Super Shotgun doesn't inherit the Precision Bolt's fast swap effect, but you know, it's still considered quick switching because of the massive amount of DPS it outputs. The same way Precision Bolt and Ballista cannot be an enjoyer without it being frame perfect. Infinite Crucible, again, early patches only. There's a paragraph in the document in the description. There's a video in the document in the description. active Crucible. I'm not even gonna attempt that one. That's like super hyper specific shit. That's a job for like Bowser or something, okay? Silent Bats. Silent Bats and Silent Mod Swap are effectively the same thing. So, Silent Bats is kind of like when you do this. So, what am I doing here? Well, I'm mod canceling into a weapon, right? And when I mod cancel into the weapon, I press the mod swap button again. So I do that. Yeah. And so I mod cancel into the weapon, basically bats, and then before the weapon has time to fully bring up, I do it again. I press the mod button again. And SMS silent mod swap is effectively the same concept, except you don't bats into the weapon. The timing is a bit trickier, but yeah, fuck. I'm gonna say it outright. I don't know the difference between silent mod swap and fucking silent bats. IDKFA glitch. That's literally just only possible in patch 1.0, but I'll describe it anyways. It's in the document, in the description, in the weapon text section. It has a video, it has a description. Basically, if you have a heavy cannon, no, I'm not. Oh, okay, if you have a heavy cannon with precision bolt, and only precision bolt, you have the IDKFA glitch, you switch to micro missiles via mission select, you come back with precision bolt. You have some micro missiles that fires precision bolts at the rate of micro missiles and takes the same amount of ammo as micro missiles. So it's effectively the most overpowered shit ever. BFG canceling. So by BFGing, chainsawing, crucibling, then switching back to a weapon, you could do this. That's quicker than just chainsawing. Yeah, that's how you BFG cancel. You BFG, you chainsaw, you crucible, and you go back to your normal weapon. This can be done with any weapon. So, yeah. Reverse trigger mod double shot. Yeah, we discussed this earlier, baby. So basically, you have your Arbalest or your Destroyer Blade. All you gotta do is kind of go to what the mod's gonna be after you switch it. You can do this by just, I don't know, going, reselecting it, deselecting it, or if it's not selected, just select it. But basically, by going to the end goal mod, the mod you'd be at after finishing a double shot, you get this odd visual glitch, and you're able to double shot with the opposite mods and have the opposite end goal mod. This works with Arbalest too, and it has its own unique animation when it does that. Yeah, that's odd, huh? Fast swap effect, we went over this a bit already, but basically, things like precision bolt, micro missiles, heavy cannon base fire, plasma rifle base fire, heat blast, microwave beam, super shotgun reload for some reason, chain gun base fire. It can all Unmaker for some reason can all activate fast swap effect. So how many rounds of Unmaker has to be fired to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Alright, 5 rounds of Unmaker has to be applied to do fast swap effect. I gotta write that in. What the fuck? I didn't know that. Okay. So basically, all that can transfer, bring down, and bring up speed into the next weapon without having the detrimental effects that fucking mod delay does after combo swap effect. This is PB Bat's rocket. As you can see, it's much slower. So without that added that mod delay effect that combo swap chain provides, you can have this. That is because combo swap effect allows that to happen. Wax swapping. I don't know much about wax swapping, but you can do it like this. Fuck. Wait. It's basically a new way of doing fast swap effect. Hold on. See, that was fast swap effect without any precursor weapons firing. And with that, I conclude this long, drawn-out, confusing weapon tech video. It's not the best, but it is a weapon tech video. Enjoy.